What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Little did Diddy and his mother know that the footage from back in the day would come back to haunt them in such a big way. Word on the street is that the trial has taken a sharp turn, now zeroing in on Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, and her alleged involvement in those infamous freak-off parties that have taken over everyone's timeline. And believe it or not, even Diddy's sons aren't being spared from the storm of accusations. If even a fraction of these claims are true, this could signal the complete downfall of the Combs family. Diddy and his mother's disturbing relationship. So, rewind for a second, because the rumors about Diddy and his mum have been circulating long before any legal drama made headlines. Back in 2022, a now viral video surfaced showing Diddy kissing his mother on the lips while the two of them were getting IV drips together. In the same clip, Diddy refers to her as Mom Dukes, calls her gorgeous and single, and even jokes about taking her to the strip club. That video flew under the radar at the time, but when it resurfaced in September 2024, right after Diddy's arrest on serious federal charges, it exploded all over again. Now, reports say the courtroom was left in shock after footage allegedly linking Janice Combs to Diddy's disturbing private parties was presented as evidence. According to insiders, the judge was visibly rattled, and suddenly that too close for comfort relationship that people used to brush off, it's not looking so innocent anymore. This is more than just internet gossip. If these allegations hold any weight, we're potentially looking at one of the biggest scandals the entertainment industry has ever seen.
Yeah, my mom's gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom, called Ma Dukes. She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrated. What's up, Mom?
You can immediately sense how awkward the whole interaction is, mate, and it only gets more uncomfortable when Diddy starts casually mentioning that his mom is single and even talks about taking her to strip clubs.
Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. She come with me to the strip club. I don't care.
Diddy raised eyebrows once again when a resurfaced video showed him boasting about taking his 83-year-old mother, Janice Combs, to strip clubs. In the clip, he's seen saying things like, "She comes with me to the strip club, I don't care," with Janice replying, "Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you. I love you." The exchange gave off seriously uncomfortable energy, and many viewers were left disturbed by the overly familiar tone and odd dynamic between them. When this video went viral again in September 2024, coinciding with Diddy's arrest on serious federal charges, social media exploded. Outlets like the Daily Mail and Mara labeled the footage disturbing and bizarre, pointing specifically to the on-the-lips kiss and the talk about strip clubs. With Diddy already under intense scrutiny, the clip added fuel to an already raging fire. Making things even murkier are allegations from the Peacock documentary Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, released January 14th, 2025. In it, Diddy's childhood friend, Tim "Dog" Patterson, claims Janice hosted wild parties at their home in Mount Vernon, New York. According to Patterson, these gatherings featured booze, drugs, and adult activity, with guests ranging from street hustlers to addicts. He even said it was normal to walk in on people having sex in the bedrooms. Patterson suggests this chaotic environment may have played a role in shaping Diddy's views on relationships and behavior, views that are now being scrutinized in court. Despite this troubling narrative, Janice has remained firmly in her son's corner. In October 2024, after Diddy's arrest, she released a statement through her attorney Natalie G. Figures calling the allegations a public lynching. She insisted her son was being judged based on lies, not facts, and emphasized his right to due process. It's heartbreaking to see my son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies. While she admitted he wasn't perfect, she argued that Diddy wasn't the villain the media made him out to be. Now things have taken an even darker turn. According to sources, the judge presiding over Diddy's trial reportedly reacted strongly after viewing footage that allegedly shows Janice Combs in a compromising situation tied to the infamous FREAKOFF parties. While the exact footage hasn't been made public, insiders claim it could directly implicate Janice in the activities at the core of the charges, potentially connecting her to the alleged criminal enterprise prosecutors say Diddy was running. Adding to the legal pressure, Janice is also involved in her own lawsuit. In February 2024, Bad Boy Records co-founder Kirk Burrows filed a civil suit accusing her of covering up a fraudulent transfer of his 25% ownership stake in the label. He claims that in 1996, Diddy coerced him into signing over his shares, and Janice played a key role in helping to hide the deception. On top of all that, some have raised concerns about Diddy's sons potentially being involved in questionable activity. While no direct evidence links his family members to the FREAKOFF parties, Diddy's son, Christian King Combs, was named in a 2022 lawsuit alleging he assaulted a woman on a yacht owned by his father. The suit describes a party atmosphere full of drugs and inappropriate behavior, eerily similar to the environment described in Diddy's current legal battle. Finally, older interviews with Diddy only add to the disturbing narrative. In a resurfaced 2002 clip, he made unsettling comments about how he treats women at his parties, remarks that, in hindsight, paint a troubling picture.
They just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
Those old comments Diddy made about keeping locks on party doors are hitting differently now, especially in light of the current allegations suggesting that coercion and control may have been normalized within his circle for decades. Let's break down where things stand in Diddy's ongoing legal battle. The high-profile trial of Sean Diddy Combs officially began on May 5th, 2025 in New York. As of May 20th, it's now in its second week. Diddy is facing a slew of serious charges, including racketeering conspiracy, human trafficking, and related offenses. If convicted, he could be looking at a life sentence. Prosecutors allege that Diddy operated a sprawling criminal enterprise for over 20 years. At the center of their case are the now infamous FREAKOFF parties, drug-fueled events allegedly involving coercion, manipulation, and the hiring of male escorts. According to testimonies, substances such as ecstasy and ketamine were frequently used, and attendees were sometimes forced into participating in sexual acts while wearing costumes. One of the most critical voices in the trial has been Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Over 4 days of intense testimony from May 12th to 15, Ventura painted a harrowing picture of sustained abuse, physical, emotional, and psychological. She described being manipulated into attending and participating in these parties, sharing photo evidence of bruises, and referencing surveillance footage from a 2016 hotel incident to support her claims. Cassie's testimony is not standing alone. Several other witnesses have corroborated her accounts. Dawn Richard, former member of the Diddy-formed girl group Danity Kane, testified that she witnessed Diddy punch Cassie in the face with a closed fist before a music festival in 2009. She also recalled another incident at a dinner with celebrities like Usher, Now, and Jimmy Iovine, where Diddy allegedly punched Cassie in the stomach. Carrie Morgan, Cassie's former best friend of 17 years, shared disturbing accounts of abuse she personally witnessed. She testified about multiple assaults, including one in their Hollywood Hills home, another in Jamaica where Diddy allegedly dragged Cassie by her hair, and a particularly violent 2018 incident where he choked her and struck her with a wooden coat hanger, an incident that ended their friendship. David James, Diddy's former personal assistant, took the stand on May 19th. He worked closely with Diddy during his time at Bad Boy Entertainment and traveled globally with him. James testified that Cassie had warned him early on about Diddy's disturbing control over her life and career. In a shocking twist, male escorts have also testified, claiming they were hired under misleading pretenses. Daniel Phillips, one such witness, said he believed he was booked to perform as a stripper for a women's bachelorette party at the Gramercy Park Hotel in NYC. Once there, he realized the environment was far from what he was told, aligning closely with descriptions of the FREAKOFF setups detailed by other witnesses. With more testimonies expected and the prosecution continuing to build a narrative of long-term abuse, manipulation, and criminal exploitation, the case against Diddy is growing increasingly serious. The trial isn't just about one celebrity. It's become a wider examination of power, control, and accountability in the entertainment industry.
During this part of the testimony, Diddy's daughters left the courtroom. Yes, his children were there today, as well as his mother. This man also recalled Diddy giving him specific directions for how he should be having with Cassie, including instructions to apply more baby oil onto their body.
Phillips also described witnessing acts of violence during these encounters.
At that same encounter, he was a witness to Diddy violently attacking Cassie. He said Cassie was sitting at her computer when Diddy called her from the bedroom. When she replied to hold on a second, he says that Diddy came out of the room, walked over to Cassie, grabbed her by her hair, and started dragging her by her hair into the bedroom.
Phillips testified that Cassie would give him money and tip him after their encounters. He also revealed that Diddy gave him explicit instructions on how to interact with Cassie, down to using baby oil and engaging in role-playing scenarios. More disturbingly, Phillips recounted witnessing moments of violence. In one instance, he saw Diddy grab Cassie by the hair and drag her into a bedroom after she didn't respond quickly enough to his call. Phillips said he never went to the police because he was terrified, stating, "My thought was this was someone with unlimited power, and chances are, even if I did go to the police, I might still end up losing my life." To understand why the alleged footage involving Janice Combs is being called a game changer, it's important to grasp what these so-called freak-offs were really about. According to court testimony, these weren't just wild parties. They were highly orchestrated, often coercive events that sometimes lasted for days. Cassie Ventura and other witnesses described them as performances staged and controlled by Diddy, where drugs like MDMA were used to keep participants awake and compliant for extended periods. Prosecutors have alleged that multiple escorts were involved, and in some cases, victims were transported across state lines, raising the severity of the charges. These revelations have painted a picture of not just abuse, but a structured, calculated pattern of exploitation that adds serious weight to the federal case.